In a presidential election, a ground game is one of the most important elements of the campaign. A ground game is a complex system of strategy, spending, and engagement with the candidate that helps generate turnout, convince voters to vote for a certain candidate, and ultimately really helps determine the election. In any presidential campaign, the candidate faces a difficult task. There are over 200 million registered voters in the United States, and a single presidential candidate can't meet all of them. It's not like running for a local office. A ground game involves get out the vote efforts. That is, people going door to door, trying to convince people not only to vote for a certain candidate, but to go to the polls on election day. Ground games also involve TV advertising, radio advertising, direct mail ads that help convince voters of who to vote for, to introduce voters to a candidate, and in some cases to generate fundraising for those candidates. Because ultimately, the person who has the better ground game probably gets elected president. Campaign rallies can only go so far. Handshaking on a line can only go so far. What candidates really need is to show up everywhere, and that everywhere is on TV screens, on radio stations, and in individuals' mailboxes. And the biggest part of a presidential campaign is the ability to take the knowledge that data allows campaigns to have these days and to direct the candidate and the best appearance of that candidate to every individual voter, even if that candidate can't shake that voter's hand. Data analytics have become an increasingly important part of presidential campaigns. By combining information that we have from voter files, campaigns are pairing that with consumer data and other personal background data to help improve the quality of campaigns' understanding not only of who might vote, but who individuals might vote for. Even though American presidential campaigns have become billion-dollar affairs, spending is still an important part of a campaign's efficiency and effectiveness, and the person who spends money most wisely may actually be able to defeat the person who spends the most money.
Very good question. Why don't we make voting easier? I think we should, and there are a number of ways of doing that.